I see Trish. I see Jody. Hi, guys.
Pam, hello. And Carol, hi, how are you?
Hi, y'all.
She said, how's the truck doing?
It's doing.
Yeah.
So.
Nana Fudge, hi, how are you?
Hi, Nana.
From Tennessee.
So, I'm sure you probably watched the video. Is probably the reason you're asking. So we had to completely replace all the brakes, everything, rotor, caliper, brake pads, everything on the right side, passenger side. And so of course, whenever you do that, you know it comes with a set of brake pads for both sides. So I decided to go ahead and tear apart the passenger or the driver's side just to see what everything looked like and put the new pads on there. Well, it's in pretty bad shape too. So I went ahead and put the new pads on it, and pretty much just a temporary patch for now, but I'm going to have to buy a new rotor and everything for it also.
New rotor, caliper, and wheel seal.
Yeah, and wheel seal.
And then probably a new set of brakes.
From Norway.
By the time we get that.
I can't see what her name or what the name is. Morton? Is it Morton?
It hasn't come through on here yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Morton, I can't say your name. I don't know.
Well, hi, Morton, and welcome.
Hi, Liam. How are you? And Tamara, hello.
Tamara, hello. Hi, Liam.
Hi, Rebecca. Hey,
hi, Paul.
Yeah. So, what's going on with everybody this week?
Yeah. Send me the bill. Oh my gosh, Jody.
We love you so much, Jody.
Yeah,
thank you.
We love you. Thank you. But I mean, I think it'll be all right. We'll manage one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's good enough for now. It'll get me by for a while, and we'll be all right.
He's not in danger driving.
No,
it's
no.
just gonna wear the brakes out really, really fast.
It'll probably, because the rotor is, you know, it was down to metal on the brake, so the rotor is kind of eat up.
Hey, Lindsay.
So with the new brake pad on there, it's probably going to wear that brake pad out a little faster, but it's going to be okay.
Hey, Cece. Unless your caliper goes bad,
apart
like
again. Yeah, well, no, because it's got new brake pads on it, so it shouldn't do that. Hey, Dot.
Hi, Dot. How are you? 30 people in here and only 14 thumbs ups.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. So yeah, that's I feel like I've been busy all week, but I'm like, what have I been doing all week?
You ain't got nothing done. You ain't busy at all.
Hey, nobody's starved
to
death.
Guys, yesterday was a pretty exciting day. I got to meet my new granddaughter for the first time. Now, mind you, she'll be a year old next month, but yesterday was the first time we got to meet her.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's very, very pretty girl. It's kind of one of those complicated situations, but she's finally getting to be able to be in our lives.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting, guys.
So, another grandbaby, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I fixed our mic, so, I mean, I don't know how well you guys could hear us, but it was pointing the other direction, and I didn't realize that before the live started, so, yeah. But that was exciting. So, hopefully, we're going to start getting to see a lot more of her.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Okay, Paul said he can see and hear us
is
good.
awesome. Yep.
Normally, I try to ask that question at the beginning, but I missed that. Sorry.
She forgot.
Yeah.
But nobody was griping because they couldn't hear us, so I figured it was okay. Oh, by the way, hi, Lindsay.
Yeah, hi, Lindsay. She said she can't hear because she's in the truck so loud.
I know that feeling real well.
Hey, Jess. How's it going?
Lindsay, I don't know if you guys have bought new door seals or anything for your truck, but I got to order a set of door seals a while back for mine, and I put them on there. Now the doors won't close. It's ridiculous And they say it could take like 2 years to break them in to where the doors will
Dang.
close like they're supposed to.
Yeah, I had to shut it with both hands to get it to shut.
But I did learn a little trick. There was a older guy that told me that you take baby powder and rub the door seals with it, and it causes them, where they'll shut easier. And it absolutely worked, guys. I mean, it worked flawlessly. But they're still hard to shut. But they're a whole lot better.
Paul said, so Wiley, it's Jen's granddaughter and your great-great-granddaughter?
What did she say? On the new closet. Oh, Cece said I should do a live.
Oh, yeah.
On the new closet. Yeah, right.
Yep. Well, it's perfectly organized.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'll never look that good again.
Right. I don't know. Melissa's pretty particular about her stuff. But, yeah. Again, Wiley built a closet for the neighbor. Our neighbor is the Hill Logic, guys. His name's Cece. Him and his wife Melissa are awesome people. And I don't know, we just love them a whole lot. And so Wiley went over and helped build a big walk-in closet.
8 by 20 walk-in closet.
It's
so,
huge, but it looks really awesome right now.
The video we put together the other day whenever we was picking the Dodge up and bringing it home, I meant for you to walk over there, but I forgot.
Yeah, he forgot. Hey, Petrus, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, so we've been doing more research on our move to Arkansas, guys. Hey, Dave, how are you? And how's Miss Daisy? We've been doing more research on how we're gonna build our house in Arkansas.
Hey, Ford dude.
And so, hey, Ford dude, and he said, neighbor, what happened to friends? Rude. Sorry, I mean, you're geographically our neighbors, but you'll always be our friends. So we've been, I don't know, there's not, I feel like there's not nearly as much information on the internet available for building an underground house, as compared to building a traditional, house above the ground.
Hi, Joe Cool.
And so we've had a lot of going back and forth on different ideas. And that is probably going to continue until we actually start building, and then probably even through the building process.
I'm sure.
Because we're going to be adapting as we go. I mean, have you ever built a whole house, Wiley?
No, not from the ground up.
So I've never built a whole house either. Right now we live in a shed to house conversion, so we just added on to it and, made it ours. But we both have a lot of experience in working on houses, and so this is going to be a lot of new stuff for us, especially being underground.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any resources,
we're seriously challenging ourselves on this one, guys.
Right.
The closest I've ever came was the house I had lived in before I met you was hit by a tornado, and the people had come in and completely, all it was the 2x4 studs, and I built it out from there. But as far as the framing goes and everything, no. I mean, I've done a lot of add-ons and things like that, but never a house from the ground up.
Yeah, Paul said that you're old and forgetting to get me to do stuff. Emily would completely agree with you.
Well, it's not really that I'm forgetting to get her to do stuff. It's that I'm gone busy and nobody else is making her do stuff.
No, he was talking about at the recording the closet the other day when.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely.
Oh, I thought that.
Yeah. So out and about with Dave and Daisy said I saw a guy in Texas. Oops. That could out-circle Wiley and his truck, even on the freeway.
That could what?
They can out-circle your truck.
What does that mean?
Maybe because we were doing donuts.
Oh, maybe.
Grow Big TV. Hi, how are you?
Grow Big TV.
It's Garden State Gardener. Hey, Joe.
Oh, hey, Joe. How's it going? Ain't seen you in a while.
Yeah, we're guilty of not being on live stream.
Danimal? Hi, Danimal.
Nana Carol, hey guys, watching from Northern California. Love you guys. Thanks.
Hey, Nana,
where are you at in Northern California?
We're at Northern California. Yeah, her dad's up there.
Yep.
Her dad and her sister and her uncles and yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple cousins that way. So anyway, I was talking about doing research for our new house, Fairfield. Oh, okay. My dad lives. He lives northeast of Auburn off of I-80 up by Dutch Flat.
Dutch Flat.
I don't know if you know where that's at, but it's Placer County. It's real pretty there.
It's beautiful there. Yeah.
Wish we'd gone in the summertime.
Someday.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a job.
My job is taking care of you.
I need to figure out a way to get up there and get my dump truck.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
My uncle has an old dump truck up there that he was willing to sell Wiley, but we'd have to go get it, and we'd probably have to fix it.
Now that I have this truck, we could take the gooseneck and haul it home.
Oh, right. Yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much the same truck that I built. It's a 62 or 63 model Chevrolet, but it's a big 2-ton dump truck. And they was actually using it and just parked it. It was running and driving, and they just parked it. Quit using it.
Yeah, they drove it to where it sits.
Yeah.
So we have access to a dump truck. We just have to go all the way to California to get it.
Yeah.
And then it needs tires and a battery and Lord knows what else.
I was thinking about actually making a video of going up there and driving it back, but I don't know.
If we ever make it big on YouTube, we'll just do that to make content.
Yeah, right.
So let's see what everybody's saying. Nana Fudge said that she lived in Paradise until the fire, and that wiped out the entire town. Like Paradise
completely wiped out.
Paradise was a really pretty little town. I liked Paradise a lot. When I was pregnant with Emily, my doctor was in Paradise. He said, and that's a full-time, overtime, non-paid holiday job, ain't it, Jen? Yes, it is.
What,
taking care of you. Sorry if I've missed anybody else's comments. Just pay a trucking company to haul it out. I only paid $700 to have my car delivered from Atlanta when I bought it.
I think there's a big difference whenever you're looking at a car, and because if you're hauling a car, you can haul 8 or 10. More than likely, you've probably got somebody that's either got a 10 or a 12 car hauler. So
Thanks, Joe.
A few bucks a piece to haul those cars, you're actually making really good money. But whenever you're talking about a big 2-ton dump truck, it takes up a lot of space, so you're not able to add more freight to it. So the bigger the piece you got, the more it's going to cost you. And by the time it's all said and done, going and getting that truck, I think is going to cost too much. I say that. I mean, it would probably cost us about the same to go do it, but that would give us a reason to go spend some time with her dad.
I'd have ulterior motives.
Which is, in itself is worth the price.
Right.
So, yeah, anyway. So you started on the whole, you was been doing research on the underground, right, and then stopped, and everybody's wanting to know, you've got everybody on their edge of their
seat. And we kind of got off talking about cars and stuff.
I don't know, why'd we do that?
I don't know, we're going to have to go back and watch the replay. Find out why.
Exactly, Danimal. Exactly.
Let's see. I'm trying to read comments really quick before we, there's a whole bunch of companies that went bankrupt yesterday. Stock up on over-the-counter meds while you can.
Wow. This is Walgreens, CVC.
Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS, Hardee's, and Burger King all went bankrupt yesterday.
Wow.
Yikes. I mean, but I haven't shopped at any of those places in a really long time.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I couldn't tell you the last time I went to any of those places. Yeah. So, I don't really think that's going to affect me. I mean, unless it's just the beginning of
and most of the time, anymore, they file bankruptcy and it's just reorganization. So, they don't ever even close their doors.
They'll just get a bailout.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So... so Pam asked what I found out on our research.
Yep.
The more I look into it, the more I want to do tires. I want to use old tires and do an Earthship style.
So Earthship home.
It was something that we had looked into.
I think we've talked about it quite a bit on a couple of our.
We talked about it, yeah. But I kind of wrote it off because I was like, I am not gonna pack a few hundred tires with dirt with a sledgehammer.
Thank you, Nana.
You know, I thought I was like, I just had back surgery. That's gonna be too much work. And I don't expect this to be easy by any means. And I'm used to working hard, but like packing a couple hundred tires with dirt with a sledgehammer, that would tear anybody up. And so, but then Wiley told me about there's a commercial grade construction tool called a whacker packer. And it's basically a sledgehammer or like one of those things that they use to cut concrete, but with a foot on the bottom of it, and it packs.
Yeah.
So they use it for packing sand and stuff to do before they lay pavers, and I mean there's all kinds of different uses for it. But I'm like, if we could rent one of those, we'd have all those tires packed in no time.
Danimal, I think a vibrator plate is going to be too big to get inside a tire. Every one of them I've ever used, you know, you probably could set it right there, but you wouldn't be able to move it around any. You know what I'm saying? But the whacker packer's got a small, kind of a narrow foot. I think you could actually move it around, and you could actually turn it side, tilt it where it would go, into the edges of the tire and things like that, if that makes sense.
Oh, dang.
City Bank went bankrupt.
Dang.
Wow.
I don't think we said hi to Tin Man Magnet Fishing. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Nice to see you. And Steve Walker from the UK.
I said hi to Steve.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah. Sorry. Hi, Steve. It did go on okay, let's see.
Yes, exactly, Danimal. It's going to be laying them on their side, packing them full of dirt, and then stacking them basically like you would concrete blocks, where they're, tying into each other. Each layer is a different position tying them in. So yeah, that's, but you individually pack them full of dirt. And of course it has to be good and tightly packed because, you're going to have a roof and you're going to have dirt and everything. You're going to have a lot of weight over the top. So yeah.
Oh my. Dave said that he got paid 3 times in the past week, but none of my direct deposits hit the Bank of America yet, affecting over 900,000 account holders.
Whoa.
That's huge.
That's massive. Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah, Wiley answered the question about the tires.
I've actually entered a couple of your giveaways on Facebook, Joe, but I haven't won yet. So I haven't got any seeds yet.
Hey, I got some orange, what were they called, Wiley? Oh, the Chef Choice orange tomato seeds. I got some, you had sent me some sometime last year, and I grew them this year. Those tomatoes were amazing.
Oh my gosh.
And I can't find the seeds online.
They was awesome.
Yeah.
If you could let us know where you got those or how you got them or who sells them or whatever we need, but we can't find them.
They were amazing. Yeah. They were really good producers and they tasted really good too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is looking pretty scary. Trish.
What's really, got me worried is the fact that we just bought this land and, doing what we're doing. I just hope
Julia.
I hope it don't affect us.
Right.
Right.
Because while we are not self-sufficient here, we're already established. And so over there, we have to get established before we can set ourselves up to be self-sufficient. And so we're kind of taking 3 steps back before we take a step forward. I think that as long as the economy holds together for another 5 years, we'll be okay. I don't know if it will or not, but that's one of our main reasons for not selling this property.
Hey, Mama V!
To buy another property is because if something does happen, we can get back here and be a lot more self-sufficient than we can somewhere where we don't even have a house to live in.
Yeah.
So that's one of our biggest reasons for not selling this place, at least until that place is completely livable.
Angela Moats, she said that she hope she didn't miss anything, and no, you haven't really missed
anything. We haven't really talked about anything too important. Just pack the middle with dirt while they're laying down, drill big holes in the sidewall, and fill the tires with flowable fill concrete.
I mean, that'd be nice, but that's going to be expensive. I have actually thought about that. Just use the tires as a form for your concrete would be probably the best way ever to do that, but that's going to be really expensive.
Hey, Skinner Farms, how are you? Trisha completely agrees. She said,
"Hey, Brian."
She said, "We have to remember God is in control and He always provides for His children."
Amen.
Absolutely. Yep. Amen. And I honestly get a whole lot of peace of mind from telling myself that, you know, remembering that. Don't forget to say happy birthday to Marines November 10th and thank a veteran this weekend, November 11th. Our World War II vets are in their 90s and won't live much longer. 100%.
Yep.
Hey, Brian, how are you? Did I miss anybody else?
I don't think so.
Hiking with Jackie Boy.
Yeah. Hi, Hiking with Jackie Boy.
There's actually a lot going on in the comments. I'm used to just being able to talk because people don't comment.
It's scrolling by pretty quickly.
And I'm not used to it. Like, I'm not used to so many comments, so I feel like I'm focusing too much on the comments and not talking enough. So sorry, guys. But I enjoyed, like, the back and forth. I think it's great.
So,
but yeah.
Who was that? Mr. Kevin?
Mick Kevin.
Mick Kevin. Okay. Yes, the kids are pretty much all in. I mean, we have one that, you know, she's got her friends and things here, and she's having a little bit of trouble with it.
And she's a teenage girl.
So you know how that is.
Who doesn't exactly like the idea of living off grid. She likes her air conditioner and her hot showers.
But she's the only problem child.
Yeah. She's sitting right here, so Wiley had to say that. She's not a problem. We just like to pick on her.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, but God can't miracle my paychecks where they're supposed to be when I need my money. I stocked up food, but gas stations don't do trades. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I mean, he will provide, but you're right. It's not always.
Hi, Tony. You snuck in and I didn't see you, so hi. I don't know how long you've been in here or how long ago I missed you, but hi.
Julie said, when we built Dennis Weaver's Earthship in Colorado, pound that dirt and sand you dig out of the hole into the center of tires and pack well. Right?
Right.
Yeah, we watched that. It might have been you that suggested that to us, but I've watched some videos about that. I've actually been watching more videos.
Hi, Ruby.
And
wasn't that Ruby?
I don't know. You're gonna have to pay attention to the comments so I can talk.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at multiple different ways that we can build this house. The main thing is that we want it to be underground, so that we can enjoy a much more climate-controlled environment. Like, we don't want to have to rely on air conditioning or heating. Like, we'll probably have a wood stove or a fireplace, but that will just be for the atmosphere, or in case it does get really, really cold. I don't know, but being underground, it's going to be more climate controlled. And there's a lot of different ways that we can do it. We can do, we can use Adobe-like materials. We can build inside of, they use those big,
oh, Joe, believe me, we have. We've had that talk.
What talk?
That she can't date till she's 30.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me that I couldn't date till I was married, and I was like, that sounds kind of backwards. Like, isn't it wrong to date after you're married? Unless
Ruby,
you're dating the one you're married to.
Ruby, we actually did, I think, come across that discussion a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really the way we want to go.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we can do like shipping containers, like he just said, or we can do big culvert pipes. We've been looking into those. We've been looking into like the earth bags. We've been looking into the earth ship homes using old tires and bottles and stuff like that. And I think I might be here now. So, Nomadic Hooker. Hi, how are you?
Yay! Yeah, Jay Grandiose. That's
yes.
exactly what we're looking for. That's. I think that's the way we're going to go.
So what
And Brian said do a roundhouse.
Yeah, you didn't read. You're not reading those to me, so
Well,
I'm
because
not.
you was running your mouth.
Well, I want to finish saying. What
We'll
I was
finish
saying.
saying what you're saying.
Okay, all right. So anyway, we've been looking into the culverts, the shipping containers, the earth bags, we've been looking into all of these different methods. But the fact of the matter is like we can't find a lot of information on earthship homes in Arkansas, because most of the earthship homes I'm seeing are built in dry climates like Arizona, New Mexico.
Right.
We're going to be in a humid climate. And so building something underground.
Hey James.
We're gonna have to worry about waterproofing the house and airflow, condensation, and keeping air moving. And so that's gonna be. I've seen different methods on that, but it's gonna be hard. Check out geodesic homes.
Ah, okay.
I think I've heard of that, but I'm almost thinking I can't put my finger on what it was.
Evelyn, that is exactly the reason we're doing what we're doing. She said knew of a man that built his house in the side of a mountain, and the inside temp stayed always between 68 and 72 degrees.
Right.
So that's
exactly why we want to build underground. And then also, we are still kind of going to be in Tornado Alley. Or in Tornado Central, maybe not exactly in Tornado Alley, but
yeah, no.
The threat of tornadoes is possible. And so we'll already live underground, so we won't have to worry about tornadoes other than taking out trees and our cars and things that are outside, but our houses will be okay.
I guess I can make it where I could park my truck in the living room. That way it'll be safe.
I was thinking about it when I was doing my research. These guys were talking about how they were building like an underground garage. So basically doing what we're doing for our house, but it's a garage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that needs to be our next project when we're done with our house, to build a garage. and an underground greenhouse where just the roof sticks out.
So
I've got big plans, guys.
I've done a lot of research on the shipping container thing, and people's having a lot of problems with the walls caving in, the ceiling caving in, a lot of issues. I mean, there's ways to fix that. So yes, but you've got an upfront cost of, $4,000 or $5,000 a piece right now. I have seen a couple here lately that's $2,500 or whatever, but you still got that upfront expense that we're not really set up for yet.
Right.
And then you've got all the reinforcement expenses to reinforce those walls and ceilings.
One of the main reasons that I think that Earthship with tires would be the best idea. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but we can get the tires for free, and we have dirt. We have as much dirt as we need on our land already. And so that's just time, and gas money to go get the tires. That's it. And but the main reason is because if we do concrete walls, we've talked about doing block walls, like an underground basement, but they condensate and you have moisture issues, and then you have mold issues and stuff. And so with tires, packing in them with dirt, you're using an earthen material, which is going to absorb the moisture instead of, it causing mold problems. Because, dirt absorbs moisture. So it should, the inside of the walls aren't necessarily going to be dirt, but they are going to be made out of whatever we can find. Like, you know, they do like an adobe on the inside of those. And so it'll be something like that, something natural. What?
You're probably right, poor dude. Poor dude said, LMAO, I can see the video now right before the tornado hits. Bobblehead is going to be the first one to come out with all of his chickens. We've got to save these birds.
Wouldn't be the first time we had chickens in our house.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, how's it going? So one time we came home, and we'd been gone all day, and we came home, and the front door was standing open, and we're like, what the heck? Like, did we get robbed? You know, we're worried about... So we get out, and our little dog just comes running out of the house, and she's barking, which she usually always does. But the front door was open. She got excited about something and opened the front door because we don't have a knob. We have, like, a lever. And so she opened the front door, and we had pigs in the house, and chickens, and ducks,
and turkeys, and yeah, our house was full of animals.
All of our free-range animals were in the house having a party. It was the biggest mess we've ever had to clean up. We can look back now and laugh about it, but it wasn't as funny in the moment.
Dave said Life Contained is a YouTube channel. A couple built their homes from containers. Check them out. Yeah, I think I've actually seen that one. Another thing is the reason we want to stay away from containers is because of, you know, they're only 8 foot wide. And
you can't get them any wider than that.
Yeah, and I think we could build something and have a little bit more of a width to it, and be better off. Mm-hmm. Of course, I mean, you can cut into them and, you know, set them side by side and make it feel bigger. But still, then you've got 16 foot wide, you know, one room. That's really one room. Then you're taking 2 containers to make one room. And I don't know. I've pretty much gone away from that idea.
Right, Evelyn. She said that containers sweat in humid climates.
Right.
And so then you either have to put your insulation on the outside, or you're taking away from your limited interior space. And we just don't feel like containers will be the best. My biggest problem is that I'm finding stuff on YouTube about Earthship homes, but it's either about homes that are already built, or it's about people building and either they haven't finished yet, or they quit building and never finished. But I'm not finding a whole lot of like
the complete series
in between, you know, and so I feel like it'd make good content because obviously there's not a lot of it out there.
So, Pam, so we really haven't decided exactly yet how you would finish the interior, but we're thinking like Adobe. Just so you know, you think about it, your wall's going to have it's going to be round tires sticking out of your wall. So you just use like Adobe and make that smooth. Fill all the cracks, fill all the holes, and make it smooth, and then go from there. But, you know, a wood frame, you know, we may go wood frame. I'm not sure. It just really depends. It's just one of those things that, you know, as we work with it, we'll figure out how we're going to do it more than likely.
Oh, yeah. Mama V comes on at 5 o'clock, guys. So,
Right. Tiny Farm Nuggets. Is that going? Which one is that?
What?
No, Butt Nuggets is Brett. So that's Deborah.
Okay.
So
I always just say hi to both of them.
A storm shelter made out of a shipping container had to use blocks and tied steel overhead, and to prevent it from caving in. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It takes a lot to shore them up.
And we've seen the problems people have had with those. And it's not completely off the table. If we ended up coming across some for a really good deal, we might end up using them. But at this point, you can't find them for less than a few $1,000s each. And that's a big upfront cost. So, is radon an issue? That's a good question.
Tamara said underground garage and greenhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
Do 4 containers, double decker. Yeah, I mean, you can go crazy with containers. I think container building is a good idea, but I just don't think it's going to be for us over there.
Mm-hmm. I can't read that comment. Wait, I think we're too far up. They're cool underground garage and greenhouse.
All Earth ships, yeah.
Right.
We've been watching a lot. I think that's probably some of the stuff we've been watching.
Yeah, I was actually watching a video about that Earth ship community in New Mexico today. And they have they're fully self-contained. I mean, they're off-grid. They have solar and wind for power.
So Dan said Earthship with a question mark. I'm assuming he don't know what an Earthship home is. So basically, an Earthship home is recycled material. So like old used tires. I'm sure you've seen people do. It's almost an adobe with like glass bottles in it. You can build a house out of just about anything like that, and they call it Earthship home. But it's just using old material, old whatever, recycled material and stuff. But one of the main ones they're doing is old used tires. That's what they're calling an Earthship home.
It's near Taos. It's near Taos somewhere. They're fully contained. They reuse their water 4 times before they get rid of it.
Yeah.
So they have their water and it gets filtered, and then it's like drinking water and potable water, and then once you use it, then it goes into a separate tank, and that's the water that you use to like flush your toilet and take a shower and do your dishes, and then it gets recycled again, and you can use it to water your indoor plants. And then the 4th time, I think they send it outside, and so you can water your outdoor landscape. But it's really awesome.
So I'm not sure who it was just sent that message about seeing somebody that had buried buses to live in. Mm-hmm. That was actually a guy in Canada. He buried 32 school buses and has this huge underground. It's actually an underground bunker. A doomsday prepper type thing he done up there, and it's really cool. But he got a lot of trouble on that. You'd have to go see his videos and stuff he had out on that, and but that actually caused a lot of issues, I think.
So Nadine McNeil said, "How will you protect your home from snakes?" Well, we'll build it good enough that they can't get in the walls or through the ceiling. And then, unless the front door is left open, they shouldn't be able to get in.
Yeah, they shouldn't. No. I'm not that worried about snakes myself. Anyway.
I don't like snakes.
I mean, I don't want one crawling in bed with me. Yeah. But I mean,
That'd be awful. If you guys can find a nice, decent-sized silo and build a temporary home to live in for a while, you guys can save up and build the underground house. You might find out you guys love it, right?
So, yeah, you're right. And I don't know how I've done this, guys, but, I just got to thinking the other day, I've got a full-size school bus. I've got what do they call it, a short bus, a 4 or 5 window short bus. We've got a old church bus that's got the fiberglass body on the back, it's a van with a fiberglass body.
It's already set up with solar.
And it's all got full solar on it, all that stuff. And then my uncle just got another one of those in yesterday that's got, that's a really nice, body. And I've got all these school buses. Why don't we utilize them instead of, we may still do the hoop house thing and, just because.
I don't know, guys.
But,
the only thing you can rely on is us to change our minds.
Yeah, for real.
Between now and then. Because it's just kind of evolving as we go. And sometimes, things change in our circumstances and make other things possible. And so we just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm not sure what they just said. Oh, you ain't
I don't know. I'm not down
yet.
there yet. But Mike said 2 containers spaced apart with a gap in between, open floor plan in the middle, and the bedrooms in the corners.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was just fixing to say.
Thank you, Brian.
So we've got basically 4 school buses. They're all different sizes, but, basically 4 school buses. And so the kids already have their bedrooms built in one of the school buses. We got 2 kids in one school bus. They've already got their bedrooms built in it. Mm-hmm. They've already willingly said that they would just as soon have that school bus to live in as temporary housing when we get to Arkansas.
That's been their bedrooms for the last couple of years.
Yeah, so we
may
wind up just pulling all these school buses down there, and like I told Jen yesterday, the 2 church bus style school buses, one of them be our bedroom, one of them be Lily's bedroom, but separate them by about 15 foot, put a roof over between them, and have that as a dining kitchen area for temporary stuff.
We're going to need something that's covered because we're moving there in the springtime when there's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Brian, you said you sent that to my messenger. I haven't used Facebook in several months.
So if you can find me, send it to my messenger.
Yeah, you can send it to Wiley, or if you see me on Instagram, or send it to our email address. But I don't use Facebook at the moment. I've got a detox from social media, guys.
Dan said, "Where's?" See, that's the reason we might go ahead and do some the hoop houses ideas that we've had. We might still do that for that reason, just for you, Dan, just for you.
What?
He said, "Where? If we do that, where's his room going to be whenever he comes to visit?" So
you can have one of the school buses. I know people that live and built underground homes. If y'all want more information, I'll talk to them. Heck yeah, because I mean, Oklahoma climate is pretty similar to Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, and so, I mean, I don't know where your friends live, but as much advice, like, I want to talk to people and ask them, like, what were things that you wish you would have done differently? How could you have done it better? You know, I want to know what they experienced so that I can learn from their experiences.
Absolutely. If we could talk to somebody with experience, I'd absolutely like to do it. Pam, actually, we have a composting toilet we've used for the last, what? 5 years?
Over 5 years.
So that's probably going to be, I mean, it's super simple to use. So that's probably just going to be our toilet.
Yeah.
You know? I mean.
Yep. Something we're already used to.
Yeah.
It's inconvenient, but we're used to it. Let's see. Dave said he's got a cave picked out for him and Daisy.
Oh, that would be my absolute dream home, is to find a cave and build in it. That would be awesome. I've seen a lot of those places, but I mean, you know, finding that is a problem. And I don't even know that it's legal anymore to build a house in a cave, but I know they've done it in a few spots, and I think there's a lot of legality issues.
I'm like really far behind, I guess. I don't know how I got this far behind on the chat, guys.
Because you won't stop talking.
Trish had said just put up a sign that says no snakes, and it says silly snakes, they need to learn how to read. Yeah.
So Pam, the doctor wrote her a new script for PT.
So I have 6 more weeks of physical therapy.
Yeah, so she has 6 more weeks of physical therapy, but he did pretty much tell her that as long as she feels comfortable do it. So we are planning on making a trip back down there, I'm going to say within the next week or 2. Not 100% sure, exactly, but I'm imagining we're going to be going. We want to go pretty soon to give us some more ideas on where we're going to do some things and stuff like that. So I would say pretty soon. Just not exactly sure.
Our next visit to Arkansas, we've been telling you guys we wanted to go soon. Thanks, Brian. I don't know if he's still in here, but he's sending Wiley messages.
Joe, that would be absolutely awesome. And we may do that because she wants something, because where we're at, our property goes up the side of the mountain. And on the southwest corner of the property, there is a spectacular view. It is beautiful.
It's because, I mean, we're up on the side of the mountain, so it's, a view of the valley, and you can see the next mountain range across from us.
So she's wanting, a deck or a gazebo or, something done up in that area where we can go up and, have our coffee or whatever we want to do up there and enjoy the view.
Watch the sunrise.
It could be a tree house. We don't know yet.
There's lots.
But there's definitely something like that in the plans.
Bye, Dave.
Josh, hi Josh, and
Hey, Josh.
Big Mike just come in. Hi Mike.
Hey Mike. So I was saying something before you answered that question.
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember what it was now.
If anybody remembers, can you remind her?
Yeah. Be sure to build an underground indoor go-kart track.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's about priority 279.
Yeah, right, right.
Maybe someday. Yeah, guys, there's over 70 people in here. We only have 50 some odd thumbs up. So
Thanks,
if y'all
Jody.
wouldn't mind, thanks for the reminder, Jody. I don't know if I ever said hi to Lynn the Okie, but hello.
I meant to say it, but I think he was talking, and then I forgot, and so yeah.
Yeah. So, yep, we're gonna change our minds a lot.
School buses for the win. Yeah, I do believe that's going to wind up happening.
I mean, they're already ready to go.
We've already got them. The only expense is loading them on a gooseneck trailer and taking them over there. I mean.
Oh, I remember what I was saying. Someone asked when we're going to Arkansas next, and really, it needs to be this coming week.
Danny going.
Hopefully that didn't just mess it up.
You didn't put my phone on.
I guess not.
Do not disturb.
I usually turn his phone on do not disturb because he gets a lot of messages and calls and stuff, and it always seems to happen more during our live streams.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure that would last very long. We might have a house for a day or two, but then that would be about it. He said when it snows, build a igloo.
Yeah. Oh, they said if you do a tree house, make sure to insulate the street floor. If we did a tree house, it would just be to like go and drink our coffee and hang out and enjoy the view. It wouldn't be to live in.
It'd be like having a deck or, whatever, a porch, that's about all it's going to be.
Yeah.
What? Ford dude said something.
That bell nearly de-offended me. We will be able to hear you guys after the ringing and our ears stop. Oh, sorry. Hey, Josh. I guess we said hi to you earlier, but now I just saw your name pop up in here.
Yeah, I see that.
There's actually quite a few people in here. Thanks, guys. So for anybody who doesn't know, we go live at 4, Mama V's at 5, at Possum Run Homestead. Then there's 3 Mississippi at 7. Mike and Terry at 8. No, they go 3 Mississippi's at 6. Simple Life Reclaims is at 7. Mike and Terry at Empty Homestead's 8. Brian at Vineyard Farmhouse is 9. And Peter at Old Man King Homestead is at 10.
Yep, I think, yeah. Sounds good to me.
Right.
If you put down in the ground low enough, stay frozen longer. Yeah.
So I've got all kinds of ideas, guys. But basically, we're going to have our main house, which is just going to be 1 bedroom, 1 bath with a kitchen, a small kitchen, and a dining area, I guess. I guess it could be a living room, but we're not going to have living room furniture.
Which is going to be about a 20 by 24. I'm looking at 12-foot wide rooms. That's, like the bathroom's going to be 8 by 12. So then the bedroom would be, what?
12 by 12.
12 by 12.
Yeah.
And then the living room and the kitchen, or dining room and kitchen, whatever you want to call it, is going to be pretty much just an open floor plan with a kitchen built in the back. So, yeah.
Right. There are so many different ideas out there. And we're probably going to take a combination of a whole bunch of different ideas and put them together and build something that is unique. And, I mean, whatever we build, we're going to overbuild it because we want to make sure it's safe.
So, Dan, actually, the kids are going to get their own, whatever we do for the main house, the kids going to get to have their own single small house, basically, that's going to be a bedroom for them, built the same way, but it's just not going to be attached. They're going to have,
We have a plan.
They're going to have, like, I'm going to say, maybe 8 by 10, size rooms for just bedrooms. That's all they're going to have. But they're not, their bedrooms are not going to be attached to the house, if that makes sense.
Pam, we've actually already started working on our floor plans.
Yes.
I haven't really sketched them all the way out yet, but I haven't finished. And I keep changing my mind as I go, so I've had to sketch them a few times already. But this is basically going to be, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but this is basically going to be our bathroom. So we'll have a bathtub over here, a big walk-in shower. We'll have a little bit of closet space here, the toilet, the sink. And then this door will go to the bedroom, and this door will go to the kitchen. Well, between the kitchen and kind of the living room.
Yeah.
So, that's the bathroom.
That's the bathroom.
Yeah.
We started on the kitchen. We've got them so the kids will have their own bunkhouse. Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They're going to have their own little single cabins or whatever you want to call it.
They'll each have their own little hobbit hole.
Yeah, hobbit holes.
And
yeah,
then they'll also have a kind of a community bathroom with a shower, a sink, and a toilet, and a washer and dryer.
So, Paul, as you've heard already, I'm sure, I drove a truck for 21 years.
Hey, Rachel.
My dream shower is something like the truck stop showers. You know, they're just huge, open. You walk in, you know, I mean, I don't, if you've ever been in a truck stop, well, obviously you haven't been around here. I don't know how they are over there. But the truck stops is just a huge open shower. And I absolutely love those, and I've always wanted one. And so this shower is going to be like that.
He probably appreciates it even more now because we took, in our current house, we have an old cattle trough, a big stock tank.
The 4 foot by 2 foot stock tanks.
And we recessed it into the floor, so you only have to step over about this high. I mean, it's not very much. And you have to step down into it. And that's our shower right now. And we use like a round shower curtain like you would for a clawfoot tub. And it's awful. Like, I mean, I love the idea of it. But getting in there and taking a shower, you have cold air blowing in underneath. And it's sucking the shower curtain to you while you're wet. And it's terrible. I don't ever want to have shower curtain on both sides of me again. So to have a shower where we don't even need shower curtain, I'm all for that.
So yeah, you're right. I think it was Ford Dude. You're right, and that's what I'm really wanting to stay away from. That is why I'm having such a hard time deciding on these school buses. But I think for $750 over here, I can buy like 50 sheets of the metal that they build, you know, metal buildings out of. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway. For like $750, I can buy 50 sheets. I think with 50 sheets of that stuff, I could, you know, put it up on the side of the school bus and make it look like little metal buildings. I don't think you'd ever know they were school buses sitting there. But that's one of my biggest problems is I don't want it to look like a gypsy camp.
He said, hell no, embrace it. That is cool.
What?
What you were just talking about.
Oh, the gypsy camp?
Yeah. It will look like
What'd
a
he
gypsy
say?
camp. I don't know.
Truck stops in the UK have small rooms about 10 by 10 with an open shower and toilet and sink.
The good thing is that you can't really, our property's so heavily wooded, so you can't really see anything unless you drive down the road that goes down the middle of it. So if we tucked a little gypsy camp in, like nobody'd know unless we invited them over.
Yeah.
So
Dan, I mean, I'd probably be willing to sell one, honestly. Another one I didn't even tell you about. I mean, I've got an O2 model 6-window short bus over there. But if you're wanting one to build and drive, I don't think you're going to want any of these. But if you're wanting one for storage or something like that, I would definitely probably sell one.
And Paul, it sounds like a prison cell, minus the shower.
So yeah, all the showers that I'm used to are, you know, they're about 6 foot wide and 8 foot long, and you've got a shower down at the end of it. And I love those big open showers like that, and that's where we're going with it.
Brian said he's been working on remodeling the bathroom the downstairs bathroom in his house, and he's putting a huge shower in it. And Danimal said they had a 6 foot wide and 4 foot deep shower with a shower head on each end.
Oh yeah, We've talked about that, putting like a rain shower head and a shower head on both sides.
That'd be so cool. But
that would be awesome, but we don't know what our water situation is going to be yet, so we don't know if we're going to have the right flow to be able to handle. And that's a lot of waste. I mean, really, that's a lot of wasted water.
Poor dude told Rachel, "Thanks for the sub, but I don't put out videos. I'm just too lazy to do that much work." Haha. Just being honest.
Dan, I own 2 of them. That's how much I liked them whenever I was a kid.
What?
He said that I rode so many short buses when I was a kid growing up that why do you want one now?
Yeah, Rachel said maybe you'll get a wild hair one day.
Yeah.
So we have less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's.
Till Mama V goes live.
Trish, that's actually. I mean, his is probably a little bit smaller than what we're wanting to do, but you're pretty much that's kind of the way we want to do it. It's the same way that he did.
Mhm. Yep.
But he really did do a cool. I like his shower a lot, but I want a little bit more room, just a little bigger. I want it big enough that the shower head's going to be back far enough from the door that you don't even need a curtain, if that makes sense. And that's the way the truck stops are.
And we've got some really cool ideas, depending on how we were able to do the inside of the house. Look at this, guys. Sorry. I don't know how well you can see that.
Yeah, that you turn it where that glare's not on it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's our dog and our pig laying in the front yard. We've got some really cool ideas. We want to use like barn-style doors, and because we don't want to use up a lot of space. I mean, I think that the sliding door is a really cool idea. And maybe instead of having a shower curtain, we're talking about doing like saloon-style doors to get into the shower. I think that'd be
James, I was more the nose picker. I wasn't the window licker.
David's shower's big enough for 3 people. Nope, AC. Hi, how are you? Or Ace.
Ace.
I don't know why I said Ace.
AC.
Hi,
Steven.
I think you're on the right track with the 2 buses and a roof in between. You can add walls on both ends if you wanted.
Yeah, right. And it would be very simple. I don't think it would be hard at all. And see, if it was just me, guys, I wouldn't even want a bathtub. A shower is all I need. But, there's other people to keep in mind that wants to lay in the bathtub for like 3 hours at a time.
It's not often, guys, but sometimes you just want a nice hot bath. And I owned a house for like 10 years that didn't have a bathtub, and I always wanted a bathtub. And now I have one, and I can use it, but you just have to push the shower curtain out.
Yeah.
Otherwise it sticks to you.
It's a pain.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta have room to have fun in the shower if you wanted to get dirty and clean at the same time.
Exactly.
I probably shouldn't have read that out loud.
Exactly.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
Oh, hi, Sean.
If it's anything close to your house now, then it's going to be awesome. Yeah. It'll be, because Josh and Haley came to visit us a few months ago. Right. Yep. What did they come for? I know they brought us honey.
Picked up tomato plates.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Yep. So it was in the springtime.
Yep.
Jody said shower all the way.
Yeah.
And we're like, after this recent surgery I had, I was like, all of our doors have to be at least wide enough to push a wheelchair through, just in case either of us ever ends up in a wheelchair.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, our house has to be somewhat wheelchair accessible. What was thinking, but they...
James said what he was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, so, anyway, guys, Mama V's going live in less than a minute.
Yeah.
So, I gotta get off here and make Wiley dinner. He said he wanted Chinese food tonight, so we're gonna have beef and broccoli and fried rice.
I get my way tonight, guys.
Yeah.
I get my Chinese food.
I told him if he didn't tell me what to make for dinner, he didn't get to eat tonight. So he picked Chinese food. Chinese food isn't one of my specialties, but I'm working on it. I'm learning how to make it.
She's getting pretty good at it, actually.
I've got fried rice down. So whenever we have Chinese food, it's always with fried rice because I feel like I'm pretty good at that now. But anyway, guys.
Yep. We better get off here.
Yep.
Everybody go see Mama V. Tell her hi and we love her.
And don't forget about Wiley's lives. Come over to Working with Wiley on Fridays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yep.
And we'll see you. And we'll see you guys on the other lives throughout the night, at least until we have dinner and go to bed.
Other than we're going to be cooking, we might be in and out on these. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Bye, y'all.